ও দাঁড়িয়ে আনছি কিশোর ধুবি যায় আছে
Massive decision with Manchester United. Good design for the striker squad. See, last season we had Benjamin Sesko as well as Chelsea. Both of them were at the absolute frauds. So he's got them. See, they have started off the season using Marcus Rashford. Certainly decent for players at the level we need to win the Champions League, win the Premier League. But that we're going to have to sign a superstar. And it might be time to bring out the checkbook as well because we've got 250 million to spend. This spending is about to change everything. Now, okay, hold on. I have been reading your comments, and a lot of you guys are telling me to just trust Tito Obi. The 18-year-old has been absolutely
good morning everyone. Good morning everyone.
I think that was the best performance any striker has given for us so far. At the same time, don't forget he's just 18. What if he picks up an injury? What if he goes into a slump of bad form? At that age, it will be difficult for him to recover. And the only other striker we've got in the club is Rasmus Højlund. I don't trust him one bit. I think we absolutely need to bring in a world-class striker. Now, that doesn't mean Tito Obi won't play the important part of the season. I've seen what he can do. He will get a lot of chances. Now, I have been reading through the comments, and I think it was a suggestion that popped up. We can easily forward it. Guys, why would we need to let him try to and space most likely to be with the Champions League. I think if he was to come back in the Premier League, he'd probably join Spurs. Plus, I'm looking at that 55 days get the hammer up with this. A really good option, Victor Osimhen. 91 pace, the shooting is there. Physically, we've seen decent football. And to draw it from that, that's why I don't think it will be difficult. So he's not playing a top European top for us. Hey, we're able to bring back the left and right. That's why I'm looking at a couple of Argentinians, Lautaro Martinez, and know how good he can be. See the Julian Alvarez. And there was one comment from you guys that really got me thinking. Seru Girassi. Now I know what you're thinking. well inside it. Pace, he looks in shape. 87 rated. He was the Champions League top scorer last season. I don't know how good he can be. Shooting is better. It's well for someone of that thing. He's a lot faster than Harry Kane. Also, he's got a finesse shot pass, which means he's going to be insane inside the box. Depending on how the negotiations go, I think that made my decision. I'm about to chuck an £80 million offer. They want 86, but let's make it happen. And I don't think contract negotiations is going to be any problem. Unlike last season, when we were limited to signing players who are not in the Champions League. But on this season, we ourselves are in the Champions League. Champions League can sign players from the top level. In our season, exactly that, boys. We're going to give them a wage up to 110k. And it's that, boys. Manchester United have a new star striker. And no, their record recently with strikers has not been good. That's why I've got an experience. As those said, look at our series storms. And if he can bring that level he had at Dortmund to Manchester United, we're going to have a lot of fun. By the way, guys, to celebrate the release of MC26, we're running 15% off on SUGshop.com. Get yourself some SUG merchant support the channel. Call Cedinho. If you know, you know. Oh, and if you do place an order, you can do Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Let's get back to the Man United job. Honestly, boys, what an outstanding transfer window this has been. Of course, Kinasi is the cherry on top, but this signed Reece James to his form. Any Martinez the goalkeeper there. Now, the window doesn't jump from another week, so there could be more drama. But exactly like this, we've just got an offer from Rasmus Højlund from Sunderland, and I'm going to accept it. But forget Højlund, what is happening here with Dalot? Does not want to mention that Dalot has been making scathing press declarations. He publicly wishes to leave the team. What do I do here? Terminate his contract? Isolated said. This is kind of similar to the Bayern D situation, but what happened with Dalot? I thought he was a pretty good backup right back. Suddenly he just wants to leave, and that's what just isolated said because I want the cash for him. I ain't letting anyone go for free. And I know, boys, we weren't done with our transfer business. Now we are going to need to sign a right back because with Dalot potentially leaving, we'll only have these games for that position, and I think that's very risky. If you want to sign a player with Premier League experience, let's take a look and see what kind of options we have. And I just found a very interesting player, Omar El Hilali, from Rocket right back. Versatile as well as he can play centre back. He's only 22 with an 80-year-old dog playing for Nottingham. And oh, look at that, I think his swapping with Diego Dalot would work, and that's even better. And that's the right back problem instantly solved. Dalot is gone, El Hilali coming in. Oddly enough, we had Masnawi before, and he was Moroccan as well. I guess we've now got a successor. And look at that, boys, more transfer drama. Rasmus Højlund leaving the club. Reason why I accepted this offer? Not starting is to get a piece of money. But also that's his statement that, yes, I want to trust Gino Obi. He's going to be the backup option to Girassi, which means the club games. If it weakens, Obi will play a part. Now, boys, still quite a bit of time left in the transfer window. And one thing about FC26, you've got to expect the unexpected. I give you this, we've got an offer from Ian Matson. I don't know, man. This guy literally knows that he wants to leave the club because he's homesick. But now he's just not accepting any offers that come through. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's anyway not part of my plan. I'm just hoping we can get this done here. Now, boys, we've got Nottingham Forest away from home. And I'm really going to use this game to build some momentum. We've just been sitting in a crazy manner. Now with Girassi and El Hilali both making their debuts, I think we've got what it takes to keep that ball going. By the way, between Lamens and Emi Martinez, I saw the progress Emi Martinez did that last game. Almost lost us, so Lamens is back in the squad. Don't forget, boys, this season the ball has been very clear with the Premier League title, FA Cup, and a Champions League final. That is their demands. And all of that starts here early on in the season when we need to perform, get the results. Girassi, whose control was nice, he holds the ball up anywhere and opens some space up, looks to put it back in for Cunha, he should have scored. Girassi, because you know how insane the big box instead. We get it to the leg, it's a big deal, so we couldn't score. Smart about how we defend, and the leg does a really good job here. Now we've got Girassi, who's holding up the play, waiting to get Mitoma involved, and here goes the Japanese international as he looks for Cunha. Manchester United flying here, and Cunha with a banging finish. Few games, few goals for Cunha. That's what we need from him. Looks like Rubo wants to get involved. He looks for Cunha. Bruno Fernandes looking now for Mitoma. This is lovely to see. As we're going to find Girassi holding it up nicely. But Cunha again. Mitoma for the end of the rebound. Oh, we're having to do a bit of defending here because it's Gibbs wide. A clever bit of skill there from him, but Valera tracks back into as well. The space here we've got on the breakaway as Mbumo breaks through, and this should be a simple goal for him. And of course it is. We really are cruising against Nottingham. Thanks to kind of no nonsense stuff. We really want to foul the right body. transfer deadline day, I'm still a bit nervous. Like you never know, an unexpected event could pop up. One of our best players might leave, so I'm still just waiting to see what happens. This is exactly what I was talking about. Chelsea are trying to sign Legion, absolutely not. We're rejecting it. Our boy Lenny has done such a good job of like putting Lisandro Martinez out of the team. He's been that good. I love this partnership with Interlink and we'll keep it as is. Just like that, boys, we've managed to get through deadline day unscathed. This is now basically the squad we've assembled for the season. I think we've done a fantastic job. I would rate this transfer though a solid 8.5 out of 10. I mean, we could have gone for a bigger option than Girassi. Now would have got that rating out, but I still feel he's the right man for the job. Did you see his hold-up play? I feel like that's the kind of striker we need. By the way, Amontillado has finally learned how to play in that right mid position. Initially, I was training him to be a left midfielder, but now we're using him as backup to have move, so we'll make him a right mid. Cunha has finally learned how to play that out spot. There you go, we're changing that as well. But now we're going to keep up our Premier League grind. We want Amon back in the team. Also, I'm going to take the squad a little bit, so for that we're going to play Bruno now, but we made it with the midfield. We'll also play Marcus Rashford in that left midfield squad. I feel we can figure out a way to get the best out of Rashford over the season. He might just end up benching with Doha because there's that much raw talent there. By the way, boys, before we kickstart this game, a little of the episode from last time round, Don Tito Orbeez. Just please remember to get his performance against City. And don't worry, at some point in this episode, you guys will see him in action. Now, though, I really want to start Girassi so that he can get his first goal for Manchester United. We know how much he can mean for him. Tries to get the effort, but it's blocked. Big chance of how much he's what it's all about as he looks for Girassi really well. But he can't get his own goes tumbling down. Picking up now, and suddenly Leicester City are the attack. They've really never think in this game. I think he said he's talking with Martini, and we're struggling to defend this. It's good they got there. Martini, what was that for a challenge? It's a good thing they completely ruined that attack. Don't want to be conceding next time. We've got to be careful. Alright, Marcus Rashford making a really nice run. This is what I like to see as we find Girassi, but that was such a difficult. I should have just gone forward with Rashford there. Oh, and now we're seeing Leicester City on the charge with Martini, and fair enough. They've barely done a thing in this game, but when it matters, they've taken the lead. You know what? I'm going to have to make a change. Girassi.
মই ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিছোঁ আশীৰ্বাদৰ নতুন বগা খুব ধুনীয়া আৰু বিশুদ্ধ বগা স্পেচিয়েলি আমাৰ অসমৰ মানুহৰ বাবে তৈয়াৰী সাৱধানে নিৰ্বাচিত ঝুমুৰ পৰা তৈয়াৰী কোৱালিটিটোৱে একদম চিয়ৰ হ'ব পাৰে আশীৰ্বাদ বগা এটা ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি আপোনালোকে বনাব পাৰিব মালপোৱা পাটিচেপেটা পিঠা আৰু বহুতো উত্তম সোৱাদ হয়
Obi will come on. We'll bring on Cunha for Baleba and also Ed Bruno. Come on, man. If we would have been indicted quite we cannot afford to lose to Leicester. And you know, it's still Leicester City on the charge. I'm really struggling. As another chance with Clement saved that. We'll be on the counter attack. Cunha might be able to save us. He's driving forward with options. What was that first time? Trying our best to maybe counter up something with Obi flicking up with Bruno. And Bruno falling in sliding, but he manages to get the goal. At least we get a point out of this. Oh, you can't deny it, man. Gino Obi always seems to involve him in attacks. Gets another assist. Wasn't the ideal result, boys, but at least we salvaged something now. And the draws aren't going to be enough because we get Liverpool top of the league already. 3 points in the pass. City have a couple more points. Arsenal as well. What a start. Now though, looks like Champions League finally begins. I am so excited for the league phase. I think the goal is to get into the top 8 so we can skip the playoffs. Because the playoffs will mean that we'll have to play an additional couple of games in February, and I don't want that. I'm ready for I'm worried about our schedule with all the Champions League football, the cup football as well. Hey, those are the demands of managing a top floor. As much as I want to start Gino Obi, I need Girassi to start firing. So hopefully this Champions